All right, guys. So I have a project I want to work on. And I want you guys to be honest. All right? I'm looking to raise as much money as possible for this one piece of paper.
What does it do?
I mean, it's just a piece of paper. How many people are you guys kind of interested in it? Or not? Yeah, maybe, not really, no? Well,
About the manufacturing process?
I mean, well, I think it's a go. I mean, you guys,
Yes.
yeah? Well, no, I think it's a go. Are you guys interested in doing it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you really?
If it's you, yeah.
Yeah. You guys would do it? Yeah? Would you honestly? No?
Are you manufacturing the paper?
Yeah. You know, I think it's a go though.
Yes.
Yeah, would you be more interested now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? You guys would do it?
Yes.
Really? Yeah. No logic, just elicited an emotion. What if you could covertly do this through conversation, say a few words, and investors throw money at you? It's exactly what I teach people to do. This is it. I'm highlighting it in a shortcut. This shit's fucking crazy. You may not think it's fucking crazy. This shit's fucking crazy. This is the craziest shit in the world. Like, there's nothing crazier than this. I don't know if you guys can perceive what I just did, so let me try and highlight this to you. All right, you guys can understand what I just did now. You're wide awake. You don't understand what I just did. If you understood what I just did, this was probably the sickest fucking example of persuasion ever. And look at how easy it was. So how do you do this subtly? Well, what I'd like to share with you all is how to set an anchor. We're going to do it on a basic level, and then for those of you who end up doing the hypnosis training, you learn how to do this at a super high level. So, the basic level, I'll be like, hey, let's say I want him to feel happy. Do you remember a time you felt really, really fucking happy?
Yes.
Yeah? Think about it. And what were you, like, show me how you felt. Like, when you were really fucking happy.
I was smiling.
Awesome.
laughing.
Done. So, do you smell popcorn? Here, open your eyes. Good. So, notice I touched them up until I saw him peak. Now watch this. So, I tested the anchor. Did the anchor go off? Then it didn't set it, did I? Then even though he was smiling, was he feeling the feeling?
Yes.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you feeling it now?
Yes, I feel inside, yeah.
Okay, but he's not expressing it. So that's also important to know. I tested the anchor. You may not get visual feedback, but he was feeling it. That's all that matters. As long as they're feeling it, then the anchor works. Every time I do this, what do you think about?
The time that I was really happy.
There you go. So the anchor did work, okay? It did work. It was subtle, but it happened. Now, I'll give you a really good example. Pick a number 1 through 10. 7.
Yes.
I'm guessing. Anyways, that is a joke. Pick another one. What was it, 3?
9.
Fuck. Every time I guess, it's right. No, I'm kidding. I am getting extremely busy, but I still want to make time for you. If you want to change your life and you've wanted to speak to me or someone from my team to see how we can help you out because you're not sure yet, you're just getting familiar with what I have to offer, go ahead and click that link in the description right now and we will take care of you, help you go to that next level. So book a call with me or someone from my team. Do it right now and I will see you on the other side. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Put your hand on a shoulder. Now, watch what he does. This is literally it. What emotion do you want to feel?
Happiness.
Great, so think about the time you were the happiest. Do me a favor. We already got you in that state. So touch the one that makes you happy. Touch it. Let go. Stop. Okay, now let go, touch. Don't do anything, you just touch. See? So we linked another anchor. So there's another association now to that state just by doing that. Make sense? It's that easy to set an anchor. So what'll happen is someone will feel an emotion, you do something, touch someone, point somewhere, say a word, and that's it. Like hypnosis, for example.
I have the world's smallest dick.
You see how unconscious that is and how quickly that happens? So again, that's an anchor. So at when I was younger and I was a bit more immature, I would get it to where every guy in the room, every time I said the word anchor, would stand up and say it at the same time. And it was just like a cult. So every time a hotel person would come in, I would say that and they'd all stand up and the hotel person would look at me like, what the fuck is going on? So, all right. Do you guys understand how to set an anchor? Do you guys understand how to set an anchor? Now, those of you on Zoom, you're like, how do I set an anchor? Great fucking question. I'm sitting down at a cafe. It's open 24 hours a day. I'm talking to my friend. His name is Everest. I'm sitting across from him like, I wonder if I can anchor confusion. So I look at him and I say, hey, you know, I remember this time where I was, wait, fuck, what the fuck was I saying? One second. Fuck. Anyways, so I do that. And I start talking. Where are you from? Wonderful.
Washington.
I'm sorry. Where were you born? One time. What's the anchor? And guess what? I did that to him 8 times in a row. Look at this. Look. Feedback loop. Do you see a feedback loop? Feedback loop. Did you see that? I just anchored what? Confusion. I did this when I was anchoring confusion. He just did it back.
Wait.
I anchored confusion. Visual anchor was this for him, and then you could see the feedback loop. What's your name?
Is that because?
He's in trance right now, so you're going to get a more dramatic version of this. But you could still do it if you're telling a story. You can get someone into a trance in a matter of 15, 20 seconds to be in this state, just in a story, and confuse the fuck out of them and do the same thing. I wonder what playing poker with me is like. Anyways. Trance is any time you go into a state where you just zoned out in a trance. Yeah. Yeah, like you're zoning out or you're kind of like, you know, like how many windows are in your beautiful room?
Which one?
Your bedroom.
I don't know, like 4 or 5.
Count them. How many? Boom, that's trance. Done. Make sense? Now every time I say the word bedroom, he goes into a trance. Anchors are so ridiculously easy to use, it's fucking insane. But if you get really good at them and you actually know how, you know the exact timing of when to place it, exactly how to deliver it, look at how smooth my fucking confusion anchor was. That's the next level shit. Like that's when you're going, hey, how do I set the word ghost to get everyone to invest in me, right? How do I get that kind of level of eliciting a feeling without ever saying it and without anyone ever picking up on it? So again, part of the reason I'm the best in the world at what I do is because I'm literally the best in the world at doing the covert shit. Everyone else says they're good at covert shit. They say a bunch of nonsense, sounds really interesting, sounds really cool, brings up all the science. Let me see them implement it. They can't implement it for shit. Everything they say is a bunch of nonsense, literally bullshit. So let me see them actually do it. Let me see them on stage actually doing the thing. No one else has the balls to call people up on stage and risk fucking up. I don't give a shit. All right? So how do you set an anchor? Touch your shoulder again, please. See? Simple. I don't need it to be a sexy anchor. It doesn't have to be something crazy. I just want to show you how it works. They start to feel the emotion. Right when they're feeling it, at the peak, you let go. If you hold it and it goes and it comes down, you didn't anchor anything. Yes?
So, I'm sorry, just to clarify, the anchor, let's say it's the touching of the shoulder,
Yes.
happens perhaps when they start a story that elicits the emotion.
So-
and you release it when they hit their...
Exactly. So your job is to either ask them, hey, have you ever felt a time where blah, 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 and then they'll go find the emotion, and then you can anchor it. You can look at them a certain way. You could be like, huh. You can do whatever you want, right? Like, I remember I was telling a story. I'm not going to do it now because we don't have the time. I made up some story at a seminar like 6 months ago when I was doing the seminar, and I was talking about a time where I went to get coffee, and they fucked up my name, and I went. And every time I went, I get the audience to laugh, and they didn't know that I was setting an anchor. And then by the end of the story, I do this, and everyone's cracking up because it became like the inside joke. But really, it was an anchor that elicits humor in front of everyone in the room. And then I taught anchors, and then I did that thing again, and it clicked in most people's heads like, holy fuck, he set that anchor a long time ago, right? So that's an example. Every time I say, raise your hand, what are you guys thinking of what word?
Yes.
Right? Everyone raise your hand. I didn't even tell you to say it, but you said it, right? There's the motivation to say it. So I go say yes, right? There's the inclination to do it. It's an anchor. There's so many anchors. So Pavlov's dogs, have you all heard of that? Right? Every time he'd bring them food, he'd ring a bell. All of a sudden, he rings the bell, their mouths would salivate even when there was no food because they associated the two things. Now, in Africa, there were these lions that were eating people. So every time they'd cross from city to city, they'd make all this noise with pots and pans. Lions eventually started to associate that to food. And they started just slaughtering the people whenever they hear the pots and the pans. Because they really condition the lions, hey, food, dinner's ready, you know? So they go eat the fucking people. And again, this, when you use it at the level that I showed you guys, like the investor thing, that is the highest level at which you'd want to use persuasion. Like when you're really thinking about persuasion, it's literally, I call it head hacking. Like you want to be good at head hacking, that's the type of shit that I'm going to teach you. I'm already teaching it to you at a basic level, just how far do you want to take it? All right, so we're going to find a partner, let's do groups of 4. If you're in Breakthrough Platinum, obviously you guys learn it at a super high level, right? But Breakthrough Platinum is $80K a year, so it's a different kind of program. You know, it's like one-on-one, but divided up by a bunch of people. So, any questions on this? For the first time ever, I'm going to be certifying people in hypnosis. Now, the difference between me and every other certification in the world is that I'm actually the best in the world. I've invented methods, I've found shortcuts, and I know how to hypnotize anybody, anywhere, anytime. There is no other person in the world with this skill set. And I want to give it to you. Now here's the catch. This is going to be the Ivy League of all certifications. Sure, you can come up with the money and go to a 1-year program to make yourself feel more confident about it. Oh, I studied this for a year. This doesn't take a year to study. This takes a weekend to learn, but it'll take a lifetime to master. Your job is not to sit there and study your whole life. Your job is to take this tool and change lives. And while you change lives, make a lot of money while doing so. Now, you don't always have to use this to change lives. I'm going to teach it to you in such a way where if you're an executive or you're a CEO or you're a leader in general, just a parent, you'll be able to use this talent to walk into rooms and have people throw money in your direction. You'll use this talent to be able to influence other people and actually get your way. Now, of course, I always say ethics are a massive, massive portion of this, and I will be covering the ethics in the certification, but not everyone can come. So you'll have a Friday, Saturday for regular certification with me in LA. I'm only going to do this once. Then you're going to have a third day, and that's going to be the advanced certification. Not for everybody, but a few people will be chosen to be a part of that. Now, to even get accepted into this event, to be a part of the certification, to get that thing that I'm going to hand you, right? That actual certification. But the certification is not it's symbolic of what? The skill set and the knowledge that will transform your life. To be able to even get the opportunity to come to the event, you're going to have to apply. There's going to be a link in the description below. So go ahead and click on the description now, apply in the link, and I hopefully will accept you in and show you how to not only change your life, but to have the most powerful skill set in the world. There is nothing more powerful. There is no knowledge that is more capable to change the world than this. And I mean, if you want to be a politician, you now have everyone at the palm of your hands. If you want to just be a high-level CEO or better at marketing, this will make everyone's thoughts melt in your fingertips. You will have control over people's minds. This knowledge is so valuable. A very select few amount of people will get it. I am not kidding. I'm not trying to just create scarcity. Think about how many views this video is going to get, and then I want you now to think about how many people are going to want to learn this skill from me. The best in the world. Everyone who's ever been interested in this skill is going to want to learn this from me. And you now have the opportunity to actually bring it to life. So click the link in the description. You will see the dates on the website there below. And if we accept you, I'm happy to show you how to change your life. At the very end of the certification, there will be a test. Once you pass that test, you will be certified. I'll see you there.